Let's face it, the world needs speakers. The world needs messengers. The world needs heart-centered entrepreneurs like you, ready to take the stage, ready to bring people together in virtual events, to inspire people, to heal, to wake people up, and to transform lives. Speaking and taking the stage has given me everything. I used to be a high school teacher from Iowa, and now I'm training thousands of heart-centered entrepreneurs and speakers to take the stage all over the world.
Before Women Rocking Business, I was afraid to speak on stage and I didn't know how to monetize it. I didn't know where money was supposed to come from, so I just kind of shied away from the whole thing. But with what I've learned from Women Rocking Business, she's taught me how to be on stage, how to sell from the stage, how to have stage presence, all the points that I need to make sure that I hit to be able to monetize it. And the last year, I put on 3 events, one that made $200,000, another one that made $200,000, and another one that made $250,000 all in 1 year.
And when I took the stage and started doing regular workshops in the community, my business took off. And then I was enrolling patients in my program, and it enabled me within a few months to actually leave my hospital job. And this has changed everything, because now I have time with my children that I didn't have before, time with my husband, time for self-care, time to be creative in my business. So it's been transformative.
So as a result of learning these skills, I have paying clients who have signed up as a result of me speaking, and I've been paid to speak on corporate stages. And I was on the TEDx stage this year.
The skills that I've learned at Women Rocking Business to really own my voice and step into speaking confidently have allowed me to start a podcast, do regular Facebook Lives and Instagram Live videos, to get out there and start hosting talks. I have felt so completely supported and welcomed every step of the way with Sage and the whole Women Rocking Business team.
We're gonna spend 7 days getting you all the tools that you need to create and fill and rock your virtual events. You'll also learn the 10 hottest stages that you can get on and how to land keynote speaking gigs so you can endlessly enroll your ideal clients.
My gosh, the model works. I was able to fully rock the stage and create over $200,000 and have 20 women say yes to my program, which is more than I've ever had. Now that I have these skills, I can just see how I'm going to continually grow and expand a sustainable income so that I can really have this freedom lifestyle that I have been dreaming about for so long.
Virtual events are incredibly powerful, and it's really helped me serve on a much higher level. We were able to bring over 6,000 women into the program over these last 2 years. You know, it's all due to Women Rocking Business.
So after I found Women Rocking Business, I was really able to expand my Facebook group, and then from there to implement strategies and tools, especially virtual events and challenges that I could get my audience really participating. And I did a masterclass called Magnetic Brand Strategy, which was 5 days. It was a virtual experience, and that ended up bringing in, I believe it was 120,000 in sales. And I believe it was something around 74,000 in cash. And so it was my biggest launch, and I felt just so excited and just honored and celebrated by the women inside of Women Rocking Business.
We didn't know when the pandemic hit if what we did in person that was so deeply transformational and life-changing could convert well to the online platform. And what we discovered is that it can be even more powerful for people to transform in the safety of their own homes and be able to integrate our work into their lives in a much more expanded and grounded way. And the tools we learned from Sage helped us just launch to a whole new level of success and impact and transformation than we ever thought was possible.
And if my clients and I can have results like these, so can you.
If your dream doesn't scare you half to death, if your dream doesn't feel like it's too much that you're ever gonna feel, then you don't have a dream, you've got a plan.
Mwah! Let's rock this.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to day 6 of our Rock the Stage 7-day challenge. Pop a yes in the chat if you're excited about learning to not just build your own stage, but land speaking gigs. Yes, and pop a yes in the chat if you aspire to land keynotes and speaking gigs to speak alongside some of your mentors. Maybe you want to land a TEDx talk or launch a YouTube channel or a TikTok channel. You are in the right place. We've got a special community welcome video just for you. We'll be back in just a few seconds. Well, we are so excited to be with you today. And I just want to say, wow, wow, wow. You all inspire me so much. And let's take a minute and go into gallery mode if you're not already there so we can really be with each other. Top right corner, click gallery mode. And let's give each other a sparkle fingers. If you see beauty on this screen, if you see courage and willingness and commitment, yes? I see so many of you playing in the Facebook group. We've had over 10,000 members in the last few days. It's incredible. I am so inspired and moved and touched by your videos, by your authenticity, by your sincerity, lifting each other up. It's been so beautiful to witness you all stepping in, leaning in, taking that risk and lifting each other up. Pop one more yes into the chat if you would love to have a group with over 10,000 members in it being transformed, engaged. Yes, so many yeses. Yes, yes, yes. Super exciting. You are all amazing. Let's take a minute, put your arms up over your head and then wrap them around yourself. Give yourself a big hug. It's no small thing, ladies, to be taking the risks and conjuring the courage to make the videos, to put all these marketing pieces together. And I want to say thank you for your patience with us. There are so many of you who are playing full out. We're getting through all your videos, and just thank you for being so generous with each other, commenting on each other's videos and on your posts. And remember to go back this morning and search for your name so that you can find your posts if you've put them up recently, because we're going to continue to give you feedback. Your sisters are going to continue giving you feedback. But let's take a minute to appreciate ourselves, acknowledge yourself. Pop one word in the chat about how you feel about yourself for playing this week. What are you feeling? Are you feeling proud of yourself? Are you feeling courageous? What are you feeling? Bridget's feeling unstoppable. I love exhilarated. Kim's feeling more focused. Katrina's feeling empowered. Oh, it is so good to loop with you and feel. Carrie Ziegler, yes, tenacious. So great to see you here. Oh my goddess. I am so happy to feel you feeling so proud of yourselves. And if you don't know me yet, I'm Deborah Artura. I am a head trainer and coach here at Women Rocking Business. And it's so great to be with you today and to see so many of your faces. Some of you familiar, some of you are new to my beautiful face. And you might be wondering where Sage is. Well, I want you to know that she and I together carefully prepared all the content for you today, because our team decided that Sage should take a break, because she, as some of you have noticed, she's been with you all week live, and she's going to be with you live all of next week. So her fiance, Drew, whisked her away today to go do some paddle boarding, fill up her cup, because she is going to come back and it is going to be an incredible week ahead. And I know she's so excited to see you tomorrow. So let's drop some love for Sage in the Facebook group. If you've been inspired, if you're loving this training, she has poured so much of her time and her attention into this training. I feel so touched by witnessing her devotion and her commitment to all of you incredible women getting out there and giving your gifts. So let me see your hands if you're inspired by the co-leadership or the collaboration that you see happening this week. Yes, this is a women's value that we bring to business. And how many of you, let me see your hands, if you want to build a business where you can take time off and have your team lead in the future? Yes, look at all those hands. I love that. You are all future pacing yourselves, seeing your businesses growing out in front of you. So yes, Demetra says, a well-deserved break. Sage is amazing. So are you excited to welcome her back tomorrow for day 7? Yes, filling your virtual events. Boo, boo. Yes, me too. I will be alongside her. And I'm so excited to be supporting all of you to be taking the stage. Since I graduated from Sage's program, I don't know, must be 6 or 7 years ago now, I've been speaking in front of thousands. At this point, it's tens of thousands of people. And I am not who I used to be. I used to be the person who had their hand in front of the camera when it was rolling. I was definitely not somebody who was having fun or excited about being on camera. And I'd even kind of roll my eyes at Sage when she was on camera because it was so not what I aspired to. Then one day she invited me to come to one of her 500 woman events on the California coast. And I was excited. So I went and I sat in the front row, very center, and I watched Sage bring her magic on that stage. And I was so moved. I literally sat there with tears streaming down my face because I fully got what was happening here, who Sage is, what she's here to be. And I knew it was mine to be supporting you all alongside her. And so I got on board and I got the tools and I got all the strategies we're giving you. And I got in my bones what it takes to be a speaker and take the stage. And I'm so excited. I got to be alongside Sage when she's been on some of the biggest stages. I helped her prepare for her TEDx talk. I got to co-lead with her when she was at the Mindshare Summit and keynoting at Microsoft in Seattle, and still taking my own stages and officiating weddings and doing all of the things that are mine to do for my people too. So I've got so much to share with you today about how to take the stage, your stage, other stages. It's day 6 and we are learning how to take some stages. So drop a yes in the chat if you're excited to have a breakthrough, get an aha about taking the stages. So many yeses. Awesome. All right, let's take a quick peek at where we've been. And I want to remind you, you are not behind. There is no behind, right? Your business at your pace. You can still catch the replays from our 7 days together. And I'm super excited to let you know that we've just added a coach-a-thon for this Wednesday. So quick review, Tuesday and Wednesday, we talked about crafting your message and your talk. Thursday and Friday, we talked about your amazing videos and speaking to enroll. Yesterday, we rocked that training on making hot offers. Monday, tomorrow, we're going to give you the keys to fill your virtual events. Wednesday, Superpower Coach-a-thon. That's going to be incredible. So many of you have been raising your hand, wanting coaching. So we're going to do a training on incorporating your superpowers into your sales. We're going to have a lot of time for coaching. Hope you can join us on Wednesday. And then Thursday is our Thought Leader live stream. And this is going to be incredible. What a powerful and inspiring day. If you haven't yet registered for the Thought Leader live stream, I'm going to ask a coach to drop the link for the Thought Leader live stream. And we are going to hear from some incredible, incredible beings. And you are not going to want to miss that. That's going to be a game changer for you. And for those of you who are watching us live in Facebook, I want to remind you that you can hop onto Zoom with us right now. You can just go to womenrockingbusiness.com/Zoom and join us right now live on Zoom. It will be amazing to get to see more of your faces here in the Zoom room with us. And I want to also take a minute to remind us about the incredible contest you all are playing in. So remember, this contest, the grand prize winner, is going to be announced tomorrow. You are going to win a grand prize of over $22,000 in value, and all your CTAs are due by 11:59 p.m. Pacific tonight. So that is it's 11:11 here Pacific time, little magic for our contest winner. And we're looking forward to seeing all your CTAs. So let's just take a quick moment to look at where we've been with our CTAs. You still have time. CTA number 1, getting that 1-minute video in with your message. CTA number 2 was posting your talk title. CTA number 3, 2-minute engagement video. CTA number 4 was your transformational gamification prompt. CTA number 5 from yesterday was posting the number 1 result you offer. Now remember, to qualify to win the prize, for each CTA, you're also commenting on 3 sisters' posts. So at this point, you should have already commented on 15 other sisters' posts to qualify for the grand prize. And we've got 1 more CTA coming for you today. And before we kick off this training all the way, I want to take a moment to welcome to the stage my incredible co-trainer for today. She is Megan Neely, our head of coaching, and Megan has built her own 6-figure business using the very same tools we teach here at Women Rocking Business. I'm super excited. I love to get to co-lead with Megan. She's incredible. And welcome, Megan. So happy to get to play with you today.
Thank you, Deborah. It is such a delight to be here with you and with all of you amazing rock stars. I've been watching you from behind the scene, all of your incredible videos and your posts, and it just fills up my heart so much to know that you all are risking taking the stage in being here and standing up for your dreams and for your future clients and your current clients. Because as Deborah was sharing her story, I was thinking I'm kind of on the opposite end of on the scale. I represent all of you who know that you're meant for the stage, who always dreamed of being on the stage, who would watch people up there and say, why is that not me? What am I doing wrong? Drop a yes in the chat if that's where you've been standing. You're like, I want to be out there. I want to have my book out there. I want to have my message out there. Why is it not being heard? I started teaching workshops when I was 20 years old, and I had a ton of experience through the last couple decades, but I did not understand how to market those workshops. So I was always running around trying to fill class after class with just a handful of people ever registering, and I was getting tired. And when I first arrived at a Women Rocking Business event, I was in that place of looking up on the stage and saying, well, isn't that great that they're up there and they have hundreds of people in the room doing exactly what I want to be doing, but I do not know what I'm doing wrong. And so that's why I said, yes, please support me so that I can get up and share my voice. And I learned a lot of places where there was just a gap in not only my marketing, but my confidence as a speaker, my skill set as a speaker. And that was over 7 years ago. And since then, with the guidance from Women Rocking Business, in the first 6 months, I grew from having about $30,000 a year of income to $75,000 a year. And then ever since that first 6 months, I've had 6-figure years and beyond, 6 figures plus. And that came from hosting my own live events, booking dozens of talks, hosting retreats in California and Hawaii, and then pivoting to lead fully online during the pandemic. And these tools that we're teaching you here and in the Profitable Speaker training have been absolutely life-changing for me. I was able to share the stage alongside some of my mentors like Sage and Shiva Ray and Danielle Laporte and Gabby Bernstein and people that I had been following for years. And I started to really understand what the path to being a speaker really looks like. And now I have the honor of coaching some of our top clients as they've landed the TEDx stage and stages with the Shift Network and Apple and Microsoft and so many conferences. So whether you're really feeling like you're seeking to land a spot on other people's stages or you're wanting to build your own stage, we're here for you to share today the benefits and the drawbacks of both so that you can come and make an empowered choice. And I was really surprised to learn how profitable it actually is to have my own stage rather than playing other people's games or relying on waiting for someone to invite me to speak. So it's not easy to land stages, but either way, we have a ton of great tips for you today. And I'm excited to share some of what I've learned over many years of doing this and supporting hundreds of our top clients to do the same. So happy to be with you, Deborah.
It's so incredible, Megan. I'm so proud of you for jumping in and really taking what you've learned and implementing. Drop a yes in the chat if you're inspired, you're ready to keep learning and keep implementing. Yes. So why don't we jump in? Megan, do you want to kick us off and talk about the number one key to landing stages?
Absolutely. So number one key to landing stages is offer a colleague or event coordinator a some complimentary content. So you have a solution that solves a problem for their audience, and you can offer that to them complimentary. So also make sure if you haven't yet downloaded the workbook at womenrockingbusiness.com/workbook, you can grab it there and you'll see the little pencil icon in the corner. This is a spot for you to start writing this down, complimentary content. So there are some strategies that really help you land stages, and you want to think about what makes you attractive to someone who's hosting an event. And having some complimentary content that you can share with them allows you to be positioned to be able to speak on some big stages pretty quickly. So that's number one. Number two key is partnership and promo. So you can help them get the word out or support them in other ways. And this really looks like it's a great way to land stages, being willing to promote the event where you're speaking. So remember, if you're just starting out, you can promote other people's events on your social media or simply by picking up the phone and calling someone, texting someone that you know, rather than feeling like you're possibly going to be able to not get ahead. If you're just starting out, you have resources, you have connections, you do have somewhat of a platform even already. So pop a yes in the chat if you're willing to use what you already have to get the word out. Leaders use what they have rather than worrying about what they do not have. I see a lot of yeses starting to pop through the chat. So good. And the third key, create revenue. So the third most effective way to land stages is to have something to sell the audience, something that would be complementary value to what is already being offered at the event where you're speaking, and something that would support the audience to get better results or something complementary. So for instance, Sage has her Instagram leader join her on the stage. So we have an amazing Instagram manager that helps us with all the content. She's awesome. And she has her join her on stage at the Rock the Sales September event. And she teaches the women at the sales retreat about Instagram and offers more Instagram training to Sage's clients. So this creates a win-win. So if you have something that you can sell the audience and share a percentage of the sales, this is an amazing way to get on someone else's stage. You don't have to create the entire event to do that. You could just have something really specific that you could offer to bring into their event. This is a super hot strategy. Deborah, do you want to jump in?
Yeah, I love these tips, Megan. So hot, so hot. And let's pop up the next slide, because one of the things that's true is that speakers used to be able to ask for an even higher speaker fee. And the truth is that paid speaking gigs are harder to come by with so many organizations that are trimming back their budgets. So the old way was you used to get a
New
fee
visitor in the queue.
and you would offer products. And the new way is getting digital products and selling high level programs. So what we know is that now you're going to make so much more money when you are speaking for free and selling your own services. And what I know is that when Sage first got into the industry, there were more paid speaking gigs. In fact, when she did her first keynote over a decade ago, she got paid $3,000. But that was back in the day when speakers used to put their talks on CDs and sell them when they were on the stage. I remember that Sage literally would drive around with a Rubbermaid tote full of her CDs. Now, the game is to sell your digital products that you can deliver just by emailing people links to your course or selling them your high-level programs. And we know that when you're selling high-level programs, there's a sequence of steps you're going to want to take, right? That sale often starts with hosting a free discovery session or a complimentary consultation, right? And then you're going to offer people who meet you on your stage a high-level program. So we've got a couple of different kinds of stages that we're going to be talking about today. Megan, do you want to share what those types of stages are that we should be thinking about? Let's get Megan unmuted.
There we go. The 5 types of stages. Number 1, speak free. So this is you getting to just speak for free. Like that could be virtually, it could be in person, right? Speak to sell. You have something that you're going to offer. And we're going to outline these in more detail, but this is just the highlights. Number 3, sponsored stages. You get a spot at an event and sponsor it so that you can have a chance to speak there. And number 4, paid keynotes, an opportunity, right, to keynote at an event that's already happening and they pay you just for that spot. And number 5 is creating your own stage. So just take a moment to write those down. We'll leave it up for a moment. And we're going to share more about these 5 types of stages. And as you learn about these various types, you may find that building your own stage becomes more and more attractive, because we'll give you a hint here that having your own stage will actually make you a lot more money. Deborah, do you want to talk about speaking for free?
I'd love to. So speaking for free is it's a great option. And here's a couple of examples of gigs that Sage did. Right, here's a picture of her speaking for free at Ryan Eliason's Visionary Business Summit. This is where a speaking for free event where she covered her own expenses to get on that stage because she knew her clients were in the audience and she was able to give them a free gift. I'm going to show you the results of all these different stages for us in a moment. But I want to also talk about stage number 2, speaking to sell. So Sage got a chance to speak to sell at the Emerging Women's Conference. And keep in mind that when you speak to sell, you're usually splitting the profit with the host. So you're getting 50% of any profits you make, which when you think about it, is pretty generous because those are sales that you wouldn't have otherwise made, right? They're covering the marketing of the event, they're filling the event, and you just show up and sell. On the next slide, you'll see the 3rd kind of stage is sponsored stages. And sponsored stages are stages where you are actually paying to be there. So Sage sponsored a stage at, JJ Virgin's Mindshare Summit. And then paid keynotes where Sage got paid to speak at the summit. But a paid keynote, you're not getting to make an offer or give a free gift at a paid keynote, whereas at a sponsored stage, you're able to give your talk and then you're inviting people, or people are being invited into a breakout to do a smaller session with you. You're getting then to invite them into a discovery session or sell them a program. So seeing all of these different kinds of stages, you might be asking yourself, which of these stages is going to help me get the most impact and income? And we're going to give you those behind the scenes numbers in just a few minutes. But what it really comes down to, regardless of which stage you take, it comes back to your magnetic speaker message. So I want to ask you, what kinds of stages are you excited about? Are you excited about taking a stage where somebody's paying you to take the stage? Are you excited about speaking for free so that you can invite people to come join you for a discovery session? Do you want to speak to sell so that you can show up at an event where somebody else is doing all the promoting? Let me see what you're saying here. I see all. Everybody wants all the stages. I love it. Super exciting. Deborah says, keynotes, my stage, sponsored stages. It's really exciting to see how many of you are just ready. You're ready to be on all the stages. One more time, go to gallery mode and let's take a moment to look at all of these incredible women who are ready to be profitable, successful speakers. Let's give a sparkle finger to every single woman here. Just like nodding your head. I see you. I see the possibility of you standing in your power and your authority on a stage, making an offer confidently, giving your gifts, getting ready to fill your pipeline with totally perfectly qualified ideal clients. Yes, one more big sparkle finger right into the camera for getting paid well to be a speaker and give your gifts. I love it. So fun to see all of your aliveness and your vitality. So we've got a couple of amazing bonus hacks that we want to give you to help you land stages. Megan, you want to talk about some of those bonus hacks?
All right. So a couple bonus hacks to help you land the stages: calling and emailing the event coordinator and asking them if they accept outside speakers. That's the first step. And share your talk title and position your talk as a free gift to the community. So especially when you can offer a free gift in exchange for email addresses, this is a great way to be able to get in front of your audience. You're offering a short talk, then you offer them a gift with that talk, and you start to collect some emails. So for instance, we had a client named Misa who served parents, and she found a mom's meetup group, and she reached out and she was able to speak to the mom's meetup group and used her speaker strategies that she learned here to make her offer and make over $25,000 just from speaking at that meetup. So pop a yes in the chat if you're feeling inspired, right? If she had never reached out, if she had never taken that risk, she would have left that $25,000 on the table. She wouldn't have reached all of those moms who needed her, who needed to be supported by her. So what a great opportunity. Now, approaching someone to land a stage. This is a skill in and of itself. And there's a few things you want to consider including in your message. So 3 big things you want to consider when you're approaching someone to get on their stage. If there's a central figure that's leading the event, be sure to let them know how they have impacted you. So that's number 1. How did they impact you? If you're filling this in. Then let them know what problem you solved. So what is your mission? How you can bring complementary content, just like we're talking about, right? What's the problem you solve? And then let them know that you know the game. You understand how this works. Don't be that person that just says, I'd like to get on your stage. And I say that with a lot of love, but event coordinators will get that all the time. Be the person that demonstrates you really understand, right? So let's come back to camera for a moment. You can let them know you'd love to explore win-wins. So here's some examples. I'd love to help you get the word out about this event. This is why I think it's such an incredible event, right? So insert that. I also think I could be a great addition to your lineup of content. I do a short talk on fill in the blank, and I would love to get the chance to support your audience to get these results. So insert these results. I think they could get even better results overall. And I think they could get better results in your program if they had this, right? Fill in the blank with what is it that you have that could really make a difference? Would it be a fit for me to bring this component? So I would say this works from everything from a live event where you might be approaching someone to speak, to a summit, to also a podcast. And at any stage, even if you see someone that's an Instagram influencer or someone in a Facebook group that's doing weekly videos and you say, oh, there's all these people in this group, I could get in front of this audience virtually. You don't want to just say, hey, do you need speakers? So you're using these tips to reach out in a way that really respects all the work they've put into building this community and also lets them know you see an area of opportunity for growth in that community. And I've used this strategy dozens of times and it works.
I love this strategy so much because remember, ladies, we've been talking about your speaking business is about relationship, right? And relationship isn't just with your potential clients, right? We were talking about your network and connection equals currency. And this is a great example of connection equals currency, right? Your willingness, ability, desire to get on those stages and be reaching out to create opportunity for yourself. Don't be someone who just sits back and waits for somebody to knock on your door, right? Your opportunity here is to be the woman who's actually choosing to go and see, like, I want to be on that stage. I'm inspired by that woman. She's creating incredible results. I want to support her, right? Just like I did with Sage. What you're up to is incredible. I want to support you, right? Which gave me the opportunity to get on the stage. So be the woman who's seeing opportunities and jumping in and using this strategy of relationship, of edification. I see you. I see what you're creating. It's incredible. Your influence and your impact is so important and needed, right? Raise your hands if it would feel good to you to hear that from somebody else who wanted to get on your stage. Yes, right? So keep making choices that would feel good to you because you're creating a stage that other women are going to want to be getting on. Yes?
Yes.
So that's really wonderful. I love seeing your hands and your aliveness. Tia, I see your big smile and your radiance over here. Yes.
And I just want to let you know that I popped that script into chat. So just pause the chat for a moment and I'm going to pop it in one more time because some of you are asking to have that little mini script there for you for contacting. And I also see a couple of people asking what we're talking about with a gift. So this is not a gift like a physical gift for the audience. This is the gift of your free gift, like your opt-in gift that you have to collect email addresses. So I just want to clarify when I'm saying gifts, what I mean.
I love that. Thanks for popping that in, Megan. That is gold, that little script. So you can take a screenshot of that little script. You can copy and paste it into your notes. And, when you take your own stage and you create opportunity for yourself, you just never know how it's going to go, right? Likely it's going to go amazing. But along the way, as we're creating our own stages, unexpected things happen. So how many of you know that when you open up a Zoom line with thousands of people on it, you just never know what you're going to see, right? You just never know. Yes. And pop a yes in the chat if you're willing to honor every single expression. Yes. Yes. I love that. I feel you. I love feeling your inclusivity and your willingness to embrace everything. And don't let the possibilities of what might happen stop you from getting your message out there. Let me see both hands just solid. Boom. I am not going to let what I might be afraid of stop me. Oh, look at all those hands. I see the power right there. Woo! Drop a yes in the chat if you could feel the power of all your sisters' hands there taking that stand. So beautiful. We've got to keep taking the risks and knowing that as leaders, as women entrepreneurs who keep being willing, committing and recommitting to giving our gifts, we can pivot on a dime. We can handle what comes across our path. We can do hard things. Yes? Drop a yes in the chat if you know that. We can do hard things. Yes, I see. Hell yes, Camila says. Yes, we can. So I love feeling your knowing in your bodies. You can do the hard things. You can take the risks. You can handle what comes across your path as you're saying yes. So who would like to see kind of the numbers? Would you like me to pull back the curtain and tell you a little bit about what the numbers have been like for Women Rocking Business on these different kinds of stages we were talking about? Okay, so let's show you so that you can actually really tune into which stages to prioritize focusing on. So here we've got the details for Speaking Free and Speaking to Sell. So when Sage took the stage Speaking Free at the Visionary Business Summit, remember I told you she covered her own expenses and she offered a stay in touch gift. From that gift and the follow-up sales that came from it, Women Rocking Business made $78,000 in sales. Okay. And we kept every penny of that because Sage spoke for free. She covered her own expenses, so she got to keep all of the profit from that event. In contrast to when she spoke to sell and she got her expenses were covered for that event, she sold $68,000 worth of sales, but that because she got her expenses covered, she split that income with the conference. So she made $34,000 from that opportunity. Now, there are always a lot of factors to consider when you're saying yes and you're looking for speaking gigs. But I want to just reiterate and underline an exclamation point, the value of speaking for free. You can reliably make a lot more money when you speak for free and you stay in the game and really focus on follow-up with your warm connections. That's the key. Again, relationship, connection equals currency. So let's keep going so I can tell you a little more about some of our clients who are using these tools to land more free stages, right? So TEDx is a great free stage to consider, and look at all these incredible women who are in the Women Rocking Business ecosystem. Some of them are current clients, some of them are graduates who've all rocked TED Talks. So many clients are using the marketing strategies we're teaching them, the platform building strategies, crafting their story and their talk to land those TEDx Talks, super inspiring. So just a shout out to Trisha Nelson and Cindy Watson, Rachel O'Meara, Catherine Winter, Debbie Silber. These are all incredible Women Rocking Business clients who have rocked the TEDx stage and made tens of thousands of dollars, some of them hundreds of thousands of dollars, from the relationships they developed using the TEDx stage. Drop a yes in the chat if you specifically are inspired to do a TEDx talk. Let me see. Woo, that's a lot of people saying yes to TEDx talks. Awesome. You're going to be really excited about one of the gifts we have for you today. So TEDx is one of the most significant search engines for speakers, right? We know that TEDx Talks are absolutely free, and it's a really incredible way to get more eyeballs on you, get more eyes on your message, your mission. And Sage did a really incredible TEDx talk. It's fabulous. If you haven't yet seen it, you can Google Sage Levine TEDx talk at some point to hear that talk and to really see the power of Sage on the stage. And let's look at some of the numbers for sponsored stages and paid keynotes here. So a sponsored stage, remember, that's when you're actually paying to speak on the stage. It gives you an opportunity to sell a program, but you're investing to speak on that stage. So Sage actually paid $25,000 to speak on the stage at Mindshare, and she sold $104,000 worth of program products, paid $25,000 to be there. So she made $79,000 from paying for that stage. So if you're confident your audience is going to be at the event, you're confident in your offer, you're confident in the results your programs are helping your clients to get, then this might be a good strategy for you. But I want to underline, it's really important to start small, right? Start with your own stage. Start by hosting your own events so that you can build that confidence, so that eventually you feel like, I could take that big stage. I can pay to sponsor my event because I know that my funnels are so solid. My clients are going to be in that audience. I am going to be able to rock sales from that event. And this last example I want to give you is paid keynotes. And Microsoft Women's Tech Summit, Sage got paid to be there. So we weren't able to make an offer from the stage, but people did follow up. They did stay connected. They did want to keep track of Sage. And we made $17,000 from that event. But you'll see there that that paid keynote was definitely not the biggest earner of all the stages you can take, right? So I'm imagining that you're starting to really see that some of what feel like the bigger stages aren't actually as effective at making the kind of money you want to be making. They're great for credibility, and most speakers would agree that you can make a lot more money when you know how to build your own stage, right? So let me show you a little bit more specifically about what the numbers look like here at Women Rocking Business. Our profitable speaker business, we've made over $13 million in the last 5 years. 20% has come from those 4 stages that I was just talking about. 80% of our income as a company has come from the stage that we've created, from the Women Rocking Business stage. So I want to invite you all to just take a moment, take a nice big breath, and to really see how much more money is possible to be made when you create your own stage. And this is something that we really encourage our clients and we teach our clients to do. It's really helpful to have your own stage so that you can keep making an incredible living in your business for years to come and be creating those opportunities, taking those stages, getting those opportunities. Amazing for credibility, right? Incredible for credibility to be invited to speak on stages, to get those paid keynote gigs. We absolutely want you to be taking those opportunities so you can keep leveraging them. And we want you to keep putting your attention on making great money, giving your gift. So let's do a quick review of the 5 stages. And you can grab your pencil. So we're going to fill in your workbook. Here's those 5 stages one more time. The first one is speaking for free. Second is speaking to sell. Third is paid keynotes. 4th is sponsoring your own stage. And 5 is creating your own stage. So I'm imagining that looking at all of that kind of behind the scenes data, you're seeing why Sage is so passionate about teaching all of you how to build your own stage. So many of our clients are making great money, have found the living their dreams, they have the financial freedom they've been wanting, they've got the time freedom they've been wanting because they have built their own stage. So I want to show you one really great example we're so proud of, and we love, the one and only Elizabeth Ocean. And she has built a multi-6-figure business. In the process, she's had the honor of speaking at large festivals and conferences alongside luminaries like Danielle Laporte. And she's seen firsthand the power of her own stage, the ability to create her own culture at her events, make more money when she gets to set the tone and create the container in her way and set her own schedule. And what I know is if Elizabeth can do it, if Megan can do it, if I can do it, if so many of our clients from around the world at all ages, women in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, even women retired. We've had women literally at all ages be successful, building their own stage, selling their programs, making offers. If they all can do it, I know you all can do it too. Drop a yes in the chat if you know I can do it too. Yes, it's never too late. I love it. Kathy says, I have a successful speaker I've hosted who is 80. Exactly. There's so much proof is in the pudding here in the chat, ladies. Super exciting to feel you're knowing that you can do it. And having your own stage, there's so many values to having your own stage. Megan, you want to just drop a few of those benefits of having your own stage?
Yes, Deborah. Oh my gosh, I love seeing all of your celebration in the chat, all of your commitment to yourselves by saying, yes, you know that you can have your own stage. So here are some of the benefits. First of all, let's celebrate those of you who've been putting together the stage components. We had some amazing submissions for CTA number 5, posting your offer results. And we're going to share a couple of you that we're sending prizes to. But first, these are the benefits of having your own stage. So just like you saw on Elizabeth's slide, you get to create your own offers. You get to create your own culture, your own livelihood, your own security, and really bring your message through in your way. I've seen some of you asking in chat, well, can you build a stage without having a community? They go together. So you're creating your community as you're building your stage, and as you build your stage, it creates your community, right? They go hand in hand. And if you want to land other people's stages, the fastest way to do that is to build your own stage and start to get that visibility. So Sage lands big stages because she's already gotten really visible with her own brand. So pop a yes in the chat if that makes sense. Pop a yes in the chat if you can see yourself even taking the first step of getting more visible and really claiming your message. Yes, and wow, you have been doing it already right here in this group, in the sisterhood this week. You've been participating in the CTAs, and that is getting visible, right? It's so impressive. This is where you are learning to stand out, to step up and share your voice and share your message. So there were so many. I was actually looking through this morning for CTA number 5, where we were inviting you to post in the group describing the number 1 result you offer and who it's for. My goodness, there are so many beautiful messages, so many bold stands that you're all up to. And you can still post that, by the way. It's not too late to post if you didn't yet, in order to win the big prize. So to be eligible, you have to post that by tonight, by 11:59 p.m. Pacific. But we really want to celebrate a couple of you who did already post in that call to action. And we're going to be sending you a beautiful journal to keep writing out your vision for your communities, for your programs, to be writing out your stories and your talk outlines so that you're getting ready to step into more visibility as the fabulous speaker you are. And we are going to be sending 2 prizes of this gorgeous journal with Maya Angelou quote, "We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty." All right, CTA number 5, first winner is, drumroll, Elise Marie Schuster. Oh my goodness, Elise, such a beautiful message. You have clear results. You totally passed the face test, and you really put it together in a really simple, compelling graphic. So I want to highlight that about what Elise did here. Ignite the care team. Attention foster care team. Learn to build an effective team in 4 sessions to benefit the kids and families in foster care. And you give your bullet points of those key results they're going to get. We know it's going to only be in 4 sessions. Elise, big shout out, celebration for you and the super important work that you are doing to support foster care teams and support all the kiddos out there who